AmaZulu Football Club will be embarking on a cleanup operation in Umlazi Mega City and KwaMashu shopping centres, we understand. Just a few places that were hit by violence, by looting this week. Let's bring in Thabiso Sithole. He's been following this story. Brother Sithole, very good morning to you once again. What's happening where you are? Nope. Do we have audio on, Thabiso? All right, Thabiso, sorry, we don't have audio to you. We will try and fix that up. I think it's important to hear what you're saying with regards to what's happening in terms of the cleanup, the way forward now, the aftermath, the after effects of looting, of violence in particular areas. So we will try and reach Thabiso in a short while. Do you want to take a quick break, Michael? All right, we understand that Thabiso is back with us. Thabiso, a very good morning to you once again. Sorry, we had some audio issues there before. You are live now on the agenda. What are you witnessing there, sir?
Indeed, Blaine, thank you very much indeed once again for joining us right here at Umlazi. And apologies, I was saying to the viewers, these are pictures that you're seeing right now. The cleanup operation has begun. This is, of course, at Mega City in Umlazi. Remember, the first pictures that we saw when the mayhem happened here in Durban were pictures from our van with J. Pulsar. We had thousands of people streaming from outside these doors, dragging everything from fridges to mattresses out those gates. It was pandemonium. In fact, Kobani Blom and myself, Kobani being behind the lens, we just took a stroll inside this precinct, and I tell you, the mop-up operation continues. Centre management has asked us, at least for now, not to go inside. Obviously, there's still certain investigations being done. We've seen some forensic, I think, police officers in there, I think, picking up fingerprints or whatever the process is, because obviously, as the president said yesterday, they're going to try and find all the perpetrators of this heinous crimes and bring them to book. But as you said in that intro, Blaine, I'm going to try and move around. Mr. Umlazi Mdube, AmaZulu F.C., they were planning to come here to this very mall and assist with the cleanup. But when they got here, the centre management, Blaine, said, look, we've got enough people with hands on deck cleaning up, but what we'd rather do is have people come in and assist making food for the very volunteers who you see behind my guest now, Umlazi Mdube. Umlani, I was just telling Blaine Herman right now that as AmaZulu FC, you came out here wanting to assist in the cleanup operation, the mop-up operation. Your supporters, this is their home. And it's devastating what I think for you coming to ground zero as a team in particular of KwaZulu-Natal, but most importantly as somebody who traverses these areas on a daily.
Yeah, no, definitely. We are out here as AmaZulu Football Club and as the Umlazi Mdube Foundation. AmaZulu supporters from the Umlazi branch have also come out in numbers to assist. We have members of the community as well. There's a gentleman by the name of Musacele who is here. He's just an ordinary member of the community because he believes in what we are doing. He embraces this initiative, and that's very good to see. What we basically want to do is to show that among us there are still some good people, and we want to spread a message of positivity amidst all this negativity, to show everyone that after the fire comes the rain. In the midst of any crisis, there's an opportunity. And Umlazi Mega City will rise again. Umlazi will rise. It's just up to us, ordinary members of the community who are progressive members of the community, to rise to the occasion and make things happen.
Let's take a stroll through this way, Umlani. You're telling me the story that when you arrived here, the management said, do not bring the team to clean up. As you see, these are the volunteers that are cleaning up of the center already. And they said to you, can you bring along something to eat, food to make for these brave souls? And they are volunteers. That's what they are. They're doing it out of their own will.
Yeah, no, definitely. These are volunteers from here in Umlazi who have been badly affected by this mayhem and this looting. They have been helping with this cleanup operation for the last 3 days or so, and they are doing this for free. They are volunteering. So the center management, what they said to us is that what they would appreciate from us is just if we can help with some refreshments for food to eat for these people. The volunteers are here. No one pays them for this. They are doing this out of the spirit of Ubuntu, from the goodness of their hearts, but they don't have any food to eat because there are no shops, no stores open in Umlazi at the moment. All the shopping malls nearby have been looted. You have to drive down to the south coast, Amanzi Mdodi, Venkelspruit and so on, for you to get even juice, even milk. It's bad. This is
Umlani, I mean, and this is what's left. I mean, all over the parking lot here as you arrived, bits and pieces, whether it's a loose tacky here, or there's a sandal there. We're not sure whether it was from boxes inside or whether it's from people when they were running away. The question then comes in, how then do we rebuild? Like Usutu, and I know Blaine's affinity with AmaZulu F.C. A couple of years back, relegation threatened, they might go Eshatini, but the past season has been outstanding for the team. Being a KZN boy, I'm sadly proud, and that's what it would take. It would take a village to bring this village back together again, wouldn't it?
No, definitely. AmaZulu Football Club is a good example of how things can be turned around from negative to positive. When we took over AmaZulu FC from Dr. Sokela a few months ago, AmaZulu were a team that is famous for fighting relegation, and now AmaZulu are a team that is title contenders. They are number 2 on the log, and that there tells you that any situation can be turned around with the right leadership, with the right mindset from everyone in the team. And this too proves that it can be done. You know, if AmaZulu could do it, any organization learning from what AmaZulu has done, what AmaZulu has achieved, you can turn any situation around from negative to positive.
Blaine, I think with those words, what more does one say? Anything is possible, from the doldrums of, well, facing relegation to fighting for the championship honors. That was Usutu, and today they were out here saying, look, let us lend a hand and try and build the community that most of our fans come from. And like we did a couple of seasons ago, Umlazi, particular Mega City, and South Africa hopefully can rise to the top once again. And with that, I'll hand matches back to you in studio.
Brother, I've been there, I've done that, and I've got Usutu's t-shirt. Great team indeed, and doing a great job in order to clean up the area there where a lot of their fans, as you say, are present. I just want to get a sense before I let you go, Thabiso. You know, you've been there for a couple of days now with regards to just gauging the temperature on the ground. We know what the president said yesterday, the commitments that he's made with regards to people being arrested for what they have done. Is that resonating among the people that you've spoken to there in KwaZulu-Natal?
Well, Blaine, let me put it this way to you. There's a bit of a mixed bag, if I can put it that way. A lot of the people are still quite despondent, saying that it's actually the president's fault that it got this far. Obviously, we know the current political situation in the country. A lot of them saying it did not have to get this far. The president knows what he had to do. Maybe he went too far, some would say, in arresting President Jacob Zuma. My question is, but the president is not the one who arrested the former President Jacob Zuma, but it's the Constitutional Court, and we all know the politics behind it. And my question then turned to, but this has got nothing to do with the fact that people are protesting. Protesters go to the street, you pick up your placard, no to this, no to that, no to this. This was outright looting, it was outright criminality, it was outright disrespectful to the very communities that you stay in, because now people are suffering. They cannot get a loaf of bread. I mean, the Wally Blom, as he looks at me on my left-hand side, and the corner there, that was a bakery. That was a bakery where people could go and buy bread, or croissants, or scones, or whatever. It's not there anymore. That had nothing to do with the current political climate. It just had to do with people's greed and people's, well, I don't want to call it beyond that. I think it gets me a bit hot under the collar, I'll say that. But people do want things to change. I mean, we've been driving all the way from Pietermaritzburg. I'm going to move away, Blaine, because the gentlemen are cleaning. People do want change. People do want things to come back to normalcy. Then it's a question of how long will it take? Will it happen overnight? Malls such as these, structures such as these, it'll take months or maybe even years to rebuild. Will these companies come back to these very malls? Doesn't look like it. Some are saying, I'm not going back to a location. I'd rather go to a certain city, just for an example. So there's still a question of siyasola, to put it in Zulu, where people say, what have we done, when they really start asking themselves, because the situation on the ground, it should not have gotten this far. And with that, I'd rather leave it to the people to say it in their own words, lest I start being a political analyst myself.
Look, we have no doubt the better minds on the ground. Thabiso Sithole is one of them, covering various perspectives, giving us a fresh perspective in terms of what people are feeling on the ground. It's important, sir. Thank you very much for your reporting. We'll come back to you a little later on. Thabiso Sithole there, live for us in Umlazi Mega City.